Hi there, hello friends, and welcome to another video about guns. And on this recording, on this video, I wanted to talk about my newest acquisition. It is my Smith & Wesson 1911 E series. With this gun, I decided really, to kind of spare some time talking, recording, because this gun absolutely is warranting that kind of time and attention. So, like I said, this is my newest acquisition, and what I can say is, well, the name Smith & Wesson on 1911 platform with E series came up with superbly good fighting gun. It's also a good gun aesthetically, nice, very nice gun. Aesthetically, what they kind of call is, the kind of a barbecue gun. You can go to a barbecue party carrying this on you and share it with your friends and all that, and of course equally effective in tough fighting conditions. So let's start talking about this. This is a 45 ACP autocoil pistol, and here I want to show this magazine. It's coming with one spare also, so total two magazines it's coming up with. It is taking 45 rounds. So gun is, I would say, 8+1, right? So the structure of it, the couple things first off, it's just kind of jumping at me when I first looking at this gun. It is one of the things is the serration, the type of serrations on the slide, on the front side of the slide and the back side of the slide. If you look at closely, it's not traditional kind of serrations. They're larger diamond cut type of serrations, which look like kind of scale of a on the back of a snake, and it's making it easier to grab it and rack it. Also, the other thing that's immediately catching my attention is you see this under the beaver tail. There is this additional safety feature they put. So basically, look at this now. I cocked the gun, right? See the hammer is set. I cocked back. So now, if I want to pull the trigger, look at this. The hammer is not dropped because I'm supposed to be putting my hand. I gotta have a good purchase right underneath the beaver tail, right? There's absolutely no room at all. It's gotta be just tight. And then when I squeeze the trigger, this is being depressed here. This is being depressed. With this action now, the hammer drops. So this is additional safety. And also, in addition to that, there is, now I cock the gun. There is one more safety here. There you go. This is the extra additional extra security feature on the left hand side of the pistol. They installed it here. Obviously, that's a good thing to have. So let me just drop the hammer again. And in addition to these serrations, these diamond cut kind of serrations, look closely. I'm trying to show this to you. Actually, I want to use my pen so I can use better. My fingers on my hands are kind of covering it. So the back of the hammer is also checkered. So basically, it's making it easier holding it in a single hand. And let's say you're holding it like this on sort of double hand like this, right? And then here, there you go. You can cock the gun like this easily. My thumb is not, is having a basically good grip. So it's helping a lot to have this checker back, hammer. So that's another nice feature. I want to talk a little bit about the sights and front and rear sights. First off, just the fact that they are, look at this, and they're kind of sideways a little bit. These are low light sights, both on the front and also back. So it's especially, kind of dark or semi kind of dim light environments. It's basically helping a lot. So that's an important feature. And these are both front and rear sights are adjustable and dovetailed in the sights, so you can adjust them. There is a little right here. Uh, I hope it's visible. It's kind of hard to see. I think you're seeing now. Let me see. There you go. See this hole I'm trying to show you? There's a little screw here where you can adjust basically the windage here on this rear sight. For some people, maybe it's a little kind of on the short side, depending on your sight shooting style, depending on what you're doing. Is that a kind of action shooting or just shooting in the range? Action shooting, I meant more like a competition shooting. That's what I meant. Competition shooting or shooting in range. Various different people, depending on their shooting styles, they can adjust the height of the rear sight. So also so you can adjust this, turning it, right or left. That is also a good feature. And I also want to talk about the ejection port. The company Smith & Wesson on this model calls this battle ejection port. I believe this name, the label they used, I repeat, the battle ejection port, they use this name rightfully so, because I obviously the last moment a person using a pistol, especially in a kind of a pressing situations, like it's a matter of life and death sort of situations, in a gunfighting situation, this is the last thing you want. Having a problem with ejection the round, the wasted, the spent round. And this battle, what they call battle, again, ejection port, is a little bit larger than usual. And the design of it, with the design of it, it is set that it's really living up to its name, that label up to its label, the battle ejection battle port, and helping a lot with that. There wasn't, I don't think, any issues listed or talked about on reviews or any reports on this gun as far as having ejection problems. So that's another very important, obviously reliability factor when it comes to pistol usage. One other thing I want to mention, I want to talk about a little bit about the trigger mechanism. As you see, there are three holes on it, weight reducing holes to reduce the amount of pull weight. So some people might say, okay, I believe some people it's a matter of personal opinion. I say I don't like it. I don't like those holes. To me, I don't care whether there are holes or not. I mean, they're there not for looks. They have a purpose. They're serving a purpose of like the name says, to reduce the weight of the pull on the trigger. And also one more thing, right here, see this one here? There is a kind of recessed screw. It's actually, when you push this, the magazine release, that is the other side of it. It comes up. But also, there's that recessed screw is there for a reason. And that is basically a stopping point for the trigger to prevent the over travel of this trigger. So the trigger weight, again, I'm going to have another video after I basically put this through some tests for myself and then go to range and have some time, have some fun with this. And I'm going to check my groupings at different distances and all that. And with different rounds, I mean different load types, whether like 185, 230 loads and those. So until then, I cannot talk with any degree of certainty about the weight of the trigger. You can find it yourself easily, obviously, as far as when you look at the specs, the trigger weight. So trigger weight, it says trigger pull weight is 4 pounds 4 ounces. So 4 pounds and a quarter, I would say 4 1/4 pounds, which is a very nice nice weight. I mean, it's not like the other day I was talking about. I was recording a Rossi 357 Magnum revolver, which had close to 11 pounds, and this is like four and a quarter pull weight on the trigger is nice, really nice, light kind of a weight. And also the barrel length here, the barrel length is 4.5 inches. When it comes to a 1911 platform, this one is lighter than full 1911. About as far as how lighter, I think it's about like a 10-ounce lighter than full size, full steel 1911. And because of that, because of the less amount of weight on the gun, when you do shoot especially higher loads, such as 230 with 45 ACP rounds, the what they say, I haven't felt that. They still go ahead and check that, but it makes sense, obviously. They say the felt recoil is higher in compared to those heavier guns, and which only makes sense, right? I mean, one of the reasons why actually I like 1911 platforms is the fact that they're all steel. They don't have any synthetic components and parts, and with that weight, you can better manage the recoil. You can better stabilize the recoil. This model is, like I said, about 10 ounce lighter, which is contributing to a little bit of a more controlling, to be applied for recoil management. One other thing I was going to show you also, which I need to get it up close to camera. So I believe now it's visible better. See that letter E here is nicely carved on the grip, and also if you notice the checkering on the grip has the same style with these serrations, except these are bigger. These are bigger diamondback kind of cut style checkers. Same thing here, except these are smaller, with a letter E for series E, nicely carved right in the middle of the grip. So that's aesthetically, I think it's appealing to me. I like that. I like this. One of the first things that I liked was when I was looking at this gun, when I was grabbing and all that, was the grip. So that's another. Obviously, aesthetics is important, right? And that's another thing. So so that's that. And please look at the kind of, I would say, a little bit overextended beaver tail. So when I do this, I feel that real comfortable and very secure grip purchase. So now I really have a full purchase when I grab it. So when I grab it with my both hands like this, I have a real good purchase. And like I said, this is coming with one extra mag, again capacity 8 rounds of 45s. And these are the ones. These rounds are my target practice 45 rounds, and I think those are low man. Those are the ones I have, and I can't remember. I gotta look up on the box the amount of weight they have. Actually, I have my records here. I can easily look at to see the weights, the load weights. Let me just really briefly go up there, and 45s, and I can show you, I can tell you what those would this be, because I remember. Yeah, these are 230s. These are on the heavier side. So this is basically what I'm looking at, friends. I have an Excel, very detailed Excel file, Excel document, and I keep record of everything on that, as far as I mean, up to the greatest detail, such as type of guns, their serial numbers, type of ammo, their brand, muzzle velocity, the load weights, you name it. when I shot, what kind of gun, what kind of caliber, how many, date. I'm keeping everything. I keep track of everything. Well, it's a little bit of coming with my, I guess, occupation. I do work as as a data scientist, data analyst, and I do work with to make living, to earn a living. I do work with data as a data analyst. So anything data, anything that is quantifiable, accountable, analyzable, you name it, I tend to do it and put on spreadsheets, put on tables and database, create databases and analyze them. So that's what I do for a living, and I certainly apply them to my shooting habit and several other factors like for my workouts and stuff. I keep detailed records of my workouts as well. So for a lot of things in my life, I use data analysis, Excel, and other tools. So that's just one of them. And like I said, these are 230 pounds. 230 ounces. The load is 230 grains, 45 ACPs. Why did I say 230 pounds? Because I was talking about all of a sudden my mind went to workouts and stuff. All of a sudden, 230 pounds. What is it? Bench press and all that. There you go. So you got it. Put this back. So what else I can talk about this gun? Again, when you like I said, I'm definitely gonna have another one following up on this review or on this recording with actual numbers, with actual results of my shooting results. And again, what's important is my shooting results with my abilities, my experience, and all that stuff. So I'll probably do like different distances, like 10 yards, I don't know, 15 feet, 25 yards, various different distances, and I want to see my groupings. And like I said, 230, grains are the ones I have. I want to buy another box of a couple bucks of lighter loads such as 180, and I want to basically see the difference in recoil. That's what I want to see, because again, this is lighter than full size 1911 by about 10 ounces, which is going to make absolutely a difference. So I want to see the impact of shooting with a little slightly lighter gun when it comes to using higher loads and lower loads, and compare them and see the distribution on my groupings. Again, I mean, what can I say? This is a premium gun. It really is. I mean, Smith and Wesson did an awesome job and lived up to their name with this gun, what they call 1911 platform E series, and I'm not sure what else. Obviously, there are things that you can mention, more technical specs and stuff. Oh, one more thing I was gonna mention, the structure of the tip of the barrel. And by the way, I can't remember. I got to look at the specs as far as the rifling. I think I was just looking at those specs. I don't want to bother people. I mean, they can go to internet and see easily themselves uh, the specs, such as rifling specs. But since I'm just talking about this, it is six. The rifling is 6 grooves and 1 to 15 inch RH twist. Okay, that's not what I was going to tell you though. And also the gun's weight is close to 30 ounces, so it is slightly less lighter than 2 pounds. 2 pounds would be in 32 ounces. And again, this is being on the lighter side and compared to other 1911 platforms. So one other thing I was going to mention was the structure of the tip of the muzzle, which is kind of not the continuation of the barrel, but it's more like set into the bushing part of the barrel. So um, that is, I think, kind of adding additional in case you kind of drop the gun and there's a little bit of damage. I mean, it's offering additional, I think, protection for accidents like that. If you drop it, I don't know, on a cement, on a rock or something like that, there's a potential little bit of damage in here on the tip. So that's also nice to have. I think it's a well thought of feature that Smith and Wesson did. That's something that I would appreciate to see. And one other thing, as far as the gripping, how comfortable it is. how good it is. So, like I said, if it's a kind of a summertime or hot weather, your hands are sweaty or palms are sweaty, and when it comes to, racking the gun, these uh, serrations, these checkerings, this is that definitely helping because they're kind of bigger, larger than traditional. And the other one is this, like I mentioned, that at the back of the hammer, there's one more thing. The back of the strap right here, it is all the way down. Again, I want to show a little like this, starting from here, from the bottom of this beaver tail, and it's extended down here, for the additional safety. And it's starting from here all the way down, and somehow kind of almost the whole, when it's a little bit rounding here. It's a little bit rounding. All the way down is checkered. That is, although it looks like a small detail, it might look like a small detail, but when you're having a full grip, sweaty palms, it is given a better grip. So that's another nice feature. And also, look at the mag well. The mag well is kind of flared out, right? It is also a nice feature, especially when you're doing this. If you're doing this kind of speed loader situation, in a speed loader situation, having this kind of flared out, style of a mag well is definitely, especially when you're running against in a time like you're running a match or something in a competition, that helps. If you're slow, if you're just taking your time in the range, all right, that's not as important. But again, in a competition situation, when you run against time, and you got to make very swift replacements, get the mag out, put the new one in, speed loads and stuff. Sometimes you're trying to do things in single hand, flared mag valve is important. So what else? I'm thinking. I mentioned the. Oh yeah, this is another one. The look at the slide catch. Kind of like looks like a little larger than usual. One thing is to put this out. I mean, it's I think it kind of protruding that way. The way it's designed, it's a little larger than maybe usual. It's also to me nice feature. So yeah, I mean it's overall again 8+1 capacity because it's taking 8 rounds or +1 in the chamber, 8+1. So that's a, to me single stack. That's to me a true 1911. And although there are double stacks for true tastes of 1911, I'll go for single stack. Yeah, friends, please, put your opinions, comments, any questions and comments and whatever, anything that I misrepresented, anything that you think I'm wrong, or you want to add, you want to improve what I'm saying. Please, put a comment and tell me what else you like to say or talk about Smith & Wesson. Again, I just want to finish this recording by saying thank you all for watching my video. And again, thank you, Smith & Wesson, for coming up with this nice model. Talk to you later. I hope see you guys around on another video.